This is a Revit tutorial on finding components and bringing them into Revit. A lot of time is spent hunting for the right component. Now there's a number of places that we can find components for Revit, and I'm going to show you a few of my favorite places to find those. Now the website that Autodesk has set up for finding components is called Autodesk Seek. Now this website has a number of components that come from a large selection of companies, and it has a lot of detail put into them, which is very handy when you're making schedules and things, but sometimes it doesn't have the complete selection you want as far as creative items. So when I'm looking for those items, I go to Revit City. So Revit City has a large selection of components that are uploaded by other people. So they make custom components, or they'll be similar to a company's components, but this is where you find more creative items that you want, specific furnitures and things, and you can edit all of these, which I'll show you how to do in a later video. But for this website, you do need to have a username, so you do need to go on and make an account before you can download. So then the third website I'll show you for finding components is Steelcase. So Steelcase has a large selection of components that have 3D models. Now there are Revit models, which will come directly into Revit, and then there are 3D AutoCAD files, which you need to use a different method to bring them into Revit versus a component. So now I'm going to show you how to bring in different components into Revit. So now I'm going to go pick out a piece of furniture from Steelcase. So I'm going to go to Products and Education. I'm going to select Higher Education for this project. And now I'm going to choose a table. So some of these tables are from Coalesce, and it will link you to their website, and they have Revit models there. But I'm going to choose the verb tables. Then I'm going to go down to Furniture Symbols. Now it brings you this large catalog of all the different verb tables. Underneath each one, it has a 3D AutoCAD symbol. So I'm going to click on this link here, and it's going to download for me. Now I'm going to switch over to Revit and show you how to bring it in. So now I'm in my Revit, and I'm going to go to my first floor plan. Then similarly to how we brought in our original CAD plan, I'm going to go to Insert and Import CAD. Now it's going to bring up this dialog, and we're going to go to our downloads page or wherever you saved it to. So now here's the table that I just downloaded from the internet. So I'm going to click on it and click Open, and there we go. Now we have another table in there, and now I'm going to go back to that view, and now you can see that it brought in another table. Now you can see that this table that is very plain in features because it came in as a CAD file, not a Revit file. So to bring in a Revit file, all we have to do is save it and open it. So I'm going to go find one. So from Revit City, I'm just going to download a product to show you how it comes in through Revit. So I'm going to bring in this rice cooker, and you see it's downloading in my downloads bar. Then I'm going to click on it, and now you can see this rice cooker. Now up here, this is a family editing page. We're not going to edit anything right now. All we're going to do is go up here into the ribbon and click Load into Project. And then you'll see I have the rice cooker floating around where my cursor is, and I'm just going to place a couple of them here to show you. And I'm going to hit Escape again, and then I'm going to go back to my view. And now you can see in my view that we have two rice cookers on the floor. And you can move these about in the space, you can change their height and whatnot. That's the basics of bringing in components to Revit. Make sure that you save your components to a different folder other than your downloads, and as a precaution, it's always good to make sure you have working antivirus, because when you're downloading components off the internet, especially ones made by other people, be sure that you're not also downloading a virus.